Omar and I, we played together my whole life. When we were very young, he became famous, you know, with Sting and Weather Report, and I was playing dance music, so I've known him forever. He started with this version of Chic in 1995, and we did a concert in 1996, which is where my partner Bernard Edwards died in Japan. 14 years.
14 years,
Yes,
14
yes.
años que está en la banda ahora mismo.
And then Jessica Wagner, who's the most beautiful girl and great singer, she's been with us now 5 years.
Y Jessica Warner, que ahora la mujer más hermosa y gran cantante, que está con ellos desde hace 5 años.
Y también recuerdo que el batería era alguien importante, me pareció reconocer quién era.
Is the drummer somebody really important?
Oh, of course. He's Omar Hakim.
Omar Hakim. ¿Podemos alternar alguien más?
Yeah.
Sí, sí, lo sé, me parece bien.
When I was younger, my very first band, Omar Hakim was our drummer,
Yeah.
but he was too young to work at the clubs at night because they serve alcohol. So he was only 14 years old, but he was still a great drummer. So in the daytime we played at festivals and carnivals where there was no alcohol, but at night we would play with Tony Thompson. Funky part on the guitar, and we had the clavinet key from my guitar. In those days, no one did that before, so you hear him sounding funky. I thought of that technique, and then when we did Diana Ross and we played upside down, classical strings are not funky, so they were just playing whole notes. Da, da, but on the record they go da, 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 da. That was me copying Giorgio Moroder because we didn't have sequencers. So I would play the funk on my guitar, and meanwhile the orchestra was just playing, and I'm going, and we would key it, you know. We would open the gates to key the instrument. You understand, right? Yeah, good. Say it in Spanish. Nile was very smart.
Now I'm focused.
Everybody learns from everybody else. This is the great thing about music and art. If you do something and I hear your thing and I'm hanging around, I go home that night and I say, man, I love what they did, and then I change it. David Bowie used to always call it, yes, we're going to have a postmodernist music impression of so-and-so. I says, David, we're stealing his idea. He said, yes, but we're going to call it art. So, like when we did Let's Dance, and you hear it goes, let's dance, do the songs we're playing on the radio. Boo ba boo ba boo ba ba. We took that sound exactly from the record Route 66, the composer who wrote the Pink Panther, and like if we had sampled it, it would be exactly the same. But because I could write music, I orchestrated and we began it. So we didn't steal it, but we sort of stole it, you know. So in today's world of making music, because we can do so many things, we can cut, we can paste, we can sample. In my days, we didn't do that. We just copied it and played it. Music now is more like collage. It's you take a little bit from there and a little bit from there, and you put it together. When I work with Organized Noise, and we were just doing the Miami Vice music, I would come in the studio and play guitar and just do anything I want, and then I go back in 2 weeks. It was totally different because they cut a piece from here, cut a piece from there. You process the signal, so they take one thing and make it very rock sounding. They keep other things pure and make it funky. So in today's world, we now get credit for thinking of the idea and putting it together. So it's like collage. In the old days, when you go to a museum and you see a collage, the people who took the photograph in the magazine would never become famous. It's only the person who stuck it together, and you go see it in the... So that's how it is now. I don't necessarily get famous for the little pieces of my music that people take and stick on something else, but if it's a big piece, I get...
You get a bit.
I still have it, it sounds good, but I'm old. It's very heavy.
But it was a real guitar? It sounded...
Oh yeah, of course it's a real guitar.
Él tenía una famosa guitarra transparente y que aún tiene en su casa.
I only play real guitars. What do you mean? No. It's not a proper video. No. If you go back and you see early performances of Chic, because it was in the early days, it was about the fashion, so it used to look cool to be able to look through the guitar and see. It's like, I don't want you to break up the look. But yeah, no, that guitar was made for live performances. So on the record, it's my guitar called the Hitmaker, my Stratocaster on the record. On the live shows, I used to play the clear Strat for all live performances. In early dance music, the most popular covers would have sexy girls, like the Ohio Players. And you would see Ohio Players fire. You didn't see the Ohio Players, it was some beautiful girl with a fire hose. So we were we were copying other people because we didn't know what Chic should do. And what happened was our first record went to the top of the charts so fast. When people would go to the store and see the two girls, they thought that was Chic. So our first performance, the first Chic was just Bernard Edwards, Tony Thompson, drums, bateria, Nile Rodgers, and one girl, Norma Jean Wright. We would go out and play concerts, and the music sounds fantastic because we had Luther Vandross singing backgrounds and Alpha Anderson over there. Sounds perfect, just like the record. But it looked funny because it was one girl. So the audience would go, Where's the other girl? Where the two pretty girls from the cover? Because they thought that was Chic. So we took Alpha Anderson and moved her over to the middle, and all of a sudden the same music, everybody, yeah, Chic. So that cover, that picture, created the group.
The two models on the cover were white women.
The two models, what were their names?
White woman, white.
No. Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican, and one was white. But because of you remember the cover? It's sort of, the color is sort of distorted. It looks like light-skinned black girls. So Norma Jean Wright looked like that, and then the next girl we got was Lucy Martin, who is Puerto Rican.
I need to translate.
Yeah, it's a lot. Go ahead. Go you translate.
Básicamente, la portada del disco en ese entonces no se llevaba poner la banda en la portada.
Chic was a black man, so even though to you the girls look white, not in America. They saw that one girl who was Puerto Rican who was very clear. So you have a lot of black people in America come from different colors. You have groups like the Silvers. So you have families, and in America it's sort of unclear. Our music was black. We were on the black music stations. So when you look at those two girls, they said, they have to be black. They didn't even think about it. So
Change from being a civil rights fighter to be a dance.
yeah, never changed. When I was younger, right before we got our record deal, I was hard to explain, but I was a section leader of the Lower Manhattan Black Panther. So if you think of in military structure, it's the same as a sergeant in the military. The old musicians, I met Bernard Edwards, who was a very new friend, who had nothing to do with politics, who was not a hippie. He was R&B, like in, the Temptations, that kind of stuff. He was married, he was straight, band leader, strong guy. When we met, we were a perfect match because I was so different from him. We put two things together and we became this new thing. All right. Everything that I write is political, you know, hippie, blah, blah, blah. It, you know, was, aw, fuck off. That's what I wrote, you know. But with Bernard, Bernard said, no, we can't go, aw, fuck off. Let's go, aw, freak off. Oh, okay. Okay, aw, freak out. Okay, cool. You know, it was always a collaboration. So every Chic song, every single Chic song is it's all double entendre. It's all a combination of black voices, black movement, wrapped in a package that becomes sort of sophisticated and easy for people to digest. We used to imitate, you know, Cab Calloway, Count Basie, the more elegant, sophisticated black voices, because to us they were revolutionary.